Cardano just had a 96% surge in a week. This is extremely rare to happen to a top 10 crypto. So why did it happen? Well, it starts with the Cardano founder, Charles Hoskinson. He came back online with this video announcing that he's going to be working in Washington to help guide crypto policy, that he'll be working with the Trump administration. And for people paying attention to crypto, this is huge. They responded with their money, and that led to Cardano to climb and climb and climb in price. But for investors like you, this might sound like you're too late. However, the opportunity is still very early because it goes much deeper than what people think. It's much deeper than the headlines that we're seeing right now. This news spans all the way from government policy to federal reserves of Bitcoin to SEC regulation and so much more. A lot of you think that crypto is a millionaire's game, but the reality is normal people are investing in smart projects like Cardano, and every day they're getting these massive profits. I see it all the time on FINOVA, and all it takes is a little bit of patience and some good information and reflecting on what makes sense in the world, what makes sense to come next, what makes sense for people to put their money into. And if we zoom out, you'll see that this is the time to get involved in crypto in general. You can see that since the election, the crypto market has been extremely bullish. There's no doubt about that. I just want to point out how crazy it is that Bitcoin has, as of the recording of this video, hit an all-time high and no one cares. Like basically no one outside of crypto is even thinking about Bitcoin right now, but it's at all-time highs. Just think about where this could go, where the overall crypto market could be once the world does in fact care again like it did in 2021. That's where things get insane. I don't even know what kind of numbers we could be hitting at that point. But right now, we are seeing some of the biggest altcoins reacting to the reaction of Bitcoin. This is the first sign of a bull market. First, Bitcoin wakes up, then large altcoins wake up, and then tiny little altcoins wake up. But the real story is Cardano. Not only because it's wildly undervalued, but because it's fundamentally, you look at the facts, it just makes sense. So what is Cardano? It's the nerd's crypto. It's the crypto that everyone who cares about blockchain technology flock to because it's research backed. It's ultra safe, it's scalable. It just does the boring stuff super well. What Cardano isn't is some VC backed hype machine. Cardano is the tortoise. In crypto, it's the tortoise. It's the slow mover. It's the one who just makes sure everything is just right before it takes the next step. But this has attracted fans who are more long-term thinkers. And that's why now you see more vocal fans of Cardano than really any other large scale blockchain network. You got the people who stuck with it over time. Just look at any Twitter poll and Cardano fans dominate it like every single time. It's the Cardano effect. They're passionate, they're engaged, they want this thing to perform because they're like, this should be performing. It's not all sunshine and roses because since the bull run in 2021, Cardano has been kind of asleep. That is until it just woke up recently and surged by nearly 100%. Part of this isn't a surprise though. The market is pumping because of two obvious reasons. One is rate cuts from the Federal Reserve, and two, it's this guy. With the Democrats on the way out and Trump on the way in, this is not only a sign of change and opportunity, but also it's a pro-crypto stance coming down the pipe from this president. So Trump was very good for investors in his last office. So this market, it's reacting in anticipation of even more green in their portfolios. And his campaign, I mean, it was very pro-crypto. So of course, crypto is surging as well. These are all great signs for the market. It's all things that were needed in order to really kick the bull run into gear. So Cardano, it's sitting there, it's surging along with the rest of the market. But as I said at the start of this video, Cardano was amplified by Hoskinson's announcement. There's a few elements in his announcement that really stand out. First, he said that he was going to work with lawmakers and the Trump administration to take on the SEC. One of the ways that he wanted to do this is to help push through the Luminous bill. This is a bill that aims to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve and get the US government to purchase and hold 1 million Bitcoin. This would cement the US as the largest nation state holder of cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin, a 5% ownership in the entire network. This would be on par with the US stake in gold. It just makes sense. Bitcoin is trending upwards on the long run. Every single fiat currency is trending downwards in the long run. It just would make sense for a government to want a reserve in this, if nothing else, just to check all the boxes. So, of course, doing this would also be massive for Bitcoin adoption and the simple fact that supply and demand, if some entity purchases 1 million Bitcoin, that's just less supply available, so the price will go up. But Hoskinson is also looking to repeal the SAB 121. This is an SEC rule that forces companies to list digital assets, crypto, as liabilities instead of assets. it creates this perverse incentive where, of course, a company isn't going to want to hold crypto if they have to list it as an asset and make their company's finances look worse. Why would a company choose to ever look worse financially when that's the number one thing to attract investors and confidence, is to look good financially? So it's a policy that doesn't make sense. It should be reversed. So those are Hoskinson's two main goals. And if he accomplishes both of these, crypto adoption will go up as a result. It's just going to make crypto adoption easier and make more sense for people in business to hold crypto. So it's no wonder that people have wanted Hoskinson in crypto politics. He's got some good ideas, but what does this mean for Cardano specifically? There's two reasons that I think this is extremely important for Cardano, and this is why last week's 96% surge is just the beginning. The first is the obvious one: attention. Businesses today, they thrive on attention and influence. I'm sure you've seen the meme about Elon where he blew all of his money to buy Twitter and then all he got for it was control of the entire federal government. I mean, it's true. Like Elon, he puts himself in the limelight, has gained influence time and time again, and has proven that that influence pays dividends massively, even in not directly related things. If he gets an influence through the US government, Tesla stock goes up. It's no different for Cardano or any other business. If the founder gets press, the project gets attention. You know, the founder gets government influence, the project gets attention, the price goes up. It's just this positive flywheel where the more attention, good or bad, but mostly if it's good, obviously that's better. The more attention, the more benefits. So the more Hoskinson embeds himself in Washington and makes waves there and actually can make things happen, the more Cardano is going to benefit from it. That's just a law of the universe. That's the first reason. The second is even more important though. If we go back to Cardano's price in September 2021, it was hitting highs of around $3. But as guys like Ada Killer Whale have pointed out, it was hitting $3 even though there wasn't much there at the time. Today, there's a whole array of apps, wallets, scaling solutions. Hell, I mean, only a few weeks ago, I used a Cardano meme coin generator, Snek.fun, to create my own token in minutes, and it broke $160,000 in market cap in 20 minutes. That was before even this crypto surge started. But the point is, since 2021, Cardano has hundreds more legitimate businesses built on top of it. It has more efficiency, it has more scalability, it has true governance, it has a lot of things that it just didn't have when it hit $3 in the past. And it really feels like right now is the moment Cardano fans have been waiting for. Like everyone I know who is a fan of Cardano saw the technology years ago, saw the mission, saw the thoughtfulness, and went, yeah, that makes sense. And there was this initial wave of mass excitement, but because development of Cardano wasn't fast enough to match broad appeal expectations of timelines, Cardano became yesterday's news, but they were in the background just still tinkering and working away. And in the meantime, Cardano fans, the true core fans, have been looking at this thing and they're like, well, it still makes sense. The world just has to give this thing another chance and it should just do well. And well, here's the chance. A new president who's very pro-crypto, who's being advised by the guy who created Cardano. This is Cardano's opportunity to truly break out from the pack because it makes sense. To be able to use that fact to its advantage finally. Now, of course, this isn't financial advice, nothing's guaranteed, and this leads us to one big question. When you consider how much the idea of Cardano made it pump in 2021, because that's all it was at that point, really. Like smart contracts just came out mid 2021. So if you consider how much it pumped just from the idea of Cardano, ask yourself, how much is it going to surge this time? Like it's already gone up over 90%. The bull run is just barely starting. The ecosystem's 100 times bigger, and the founder is setting up shop in Washington to pursue the most influential policy action in the industry ever. What happens? How much is it going to surge? I have no idea. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could say this much, this percent. I don't know. But what I can tell you is that if Cardano does surge, an even larger opportunity is going to pop up. I recently got asked on Twitter if I invest in base ecosystem tokens, to which I responded, no. I keep it simple, I stick to Cardano native tokens. And the reason why, it really is simplicity. I know and understand Cardano. I understand its fans, the infrastructure's there, the technology just works. But even more importantly is the hundreds of thousands of fans that are eagerly waiting for the first Cardano native token to launch into the stratosphere. All it's gonna take is one, and all of Cardano is going to hop on, That token, and they'll be the early ones to hop on because they're at the tip of the spear in terms of Cardano news. They've been waiting for this chance. I mean, just the opportunity in meme coins on Cardano is ridiculous. Historically, the largest meme coin on a crypto network is typically sitting at a market cap of around 1 to 3% of the size of the network it's built on. So if you have a crypto network worth $100 billion, you can expect the top meme coin on that network to be worth $1 to $3 billion. That's crazy, I know, but that's how it works in modern crypto. Well, the largest token on Cardano is a meme coin. It's called Snek. I'm a holder of it myself. Its market cap is currently just over $100 million. That means it's only worth about half of 1% of what Cardano is worth. So if the Cardano ecosystem takes off, not only will its native tokens go up as a result of the network expanding in size, but there's also going to be this additional multiplier effect to the native tokens where they're going to increase in level with the industry standards on top of increasing with the overall network. That's the real degen play when it comes to Cardano. But this is where it gets super crazy. And this is not financial advice whatsoever. But I'm sitting here, I'm thinking through the logic of this whole scenario. So you have Cardano and all of its various assets that are poised to do quite well given there's another bull run coming. It has the tech, the community, the government connections, pretty much anything you could ask for, really. And then you have the meme coin culture on Cardano that's stronger than anywhere else I've seen. So strong that it's like, man, if you're a fan of Cardano at this point, you're basically a fan of Snek. Snek has essentially become the marketing arm of Cardano, and for good reason. They had a fair launch. They actually build real products on top of being a meme coin. They're like a solid product. But if fans of Cardano just work together, use this energy that's helping support Cardano right now. If they just work together for like a month, focusing on uplifting Snek, both in talking positively about it, purchasing it if they want to, that positive energy could carry it to $1 billion+ market cap, where that would then get the attention of the rest of the crypto world who would take it to, I don't know, $5, $10 billion market cap. And then as a result, Cardano would be absolutely everywhere, getting attention for not only being the best platform for memes, which is what retail investors really want, but also this superior technology that's affiliated with the US government. It's like, man, am I missing something here? It feels too good to be true, but somehow it just makes sense when I look at the facts.